Right from the start, I wanted to set the studio apart from other studios where they're almost set up like a fast food chain, where you walk in, you look at the menu on the wall, I want this one. Sometimes they're even lettered, almost like bingo, you know, B5. So I wanted it to be very different, and I wanted the artists that work for me to have an artistic vision. And Nick, for example, has a degree in illustration. Rick comes from an artistic background. My goal for opening Scarab, I had a few, but I wanted to open a studio that specialized more in custom work, something that focused more on the wants of the client as opposed to just reproductions. It's very important for people to understand that a tattoo is a lifelong commitment. So it's very important to come to a studio where you're going to meet with the artist, they're going to work with you, you're going to get something very special. It's not going to be a spontaneous B5 and you walk out and 6 months later you hate it. Especially if it is their first tattoo, they don't really know exactly how the process works. They might have a general idea of what they want done, but they're not quite sure, you know, if they can bring their own design in or if they have to pick something out. A lot of people think you have to come in and pick something off the wall. Fortunately, when you walk in here, we don't have any designs on the wall, so we really stick to the person's ideas. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they pick something that they want, or a particular style that they want, but they don't research their artist. And not every artist can do every style. And you really the two should go hand in hand. If you want a new school piece and you go to somebody who specializes in Japanese work, you know, they might be able to pull it off, but it's not going to be the best that it could be. You know, or if you go to somebody who wants black and gray, realistic, you know, mountains and eagles and very realistic, very detailed stuff, and then you go to somebody who does all new school, big bold lines and bright colors, it's not going to be the best. So you really need to research your artist, because like I said, every artist has a different style and it's going to match what you want.
My name is Maria and I'm 19 years old. I got my tattoos a year ago at Scarab Body Art. I have them on my arms and also on my feet. A lot of people really like my tattoos. I actually have no meaning behind any of my tattoos. I figure if they're pretty, they'll always be pretty and I'll always love them. Pretty much my meaning behind all of them. As long as they look nice, I'm happy. I know a lot of people that have had bad experience at other shops, so I tell a lot of my friends to come here, and they do, and they're happy when they leave. They have really good artists. They sit down and talk to you and do what you want them to do. They want you to leave happy.
I've been to other studios in like New York City or Las Vegas and LA and stuff like that, and there are studios that have the same feel, but they're very few and far in between, and once you do find them, you feel like you do need to stick with them because they make you feel much more comfortable, and it's a bit more of a life-changing experience instead of just you know, something cool to get right then. They know that you're in it for a lifetime, so it's a bit more personal. I like it that way.
I got my calf tattoos a year or two ago. I just kind of wanted like a girl with lilac flowers because it's my mom's favorite flower, and I wanted her to have like a pearl necklace on because when I was younger, my mom started this like pearl necklace like thing for me. For every year of my birthday, I'd get a new pearl. So I had her put on my leg and then put a zombie one on the other one.
I got my feet tattooed last summer at Scarab Body Art. Very happy with them when Rick finished both of them. He drew up the design, I loved it, and decided to let him tattoo it on me.
My uncle had a subscription to National Geographic, so at a young age I was able to see through the magazines and the videos just people doing body art, and I thought it was great, and I've always wanted something done, but my mom always said, you know, wait till you move out because I don't want anything to do with it, and I did. My first tattoo were the two roses on the two flowers on my shoulders, and from there I asked Nick Moore to, you know, incorporate my whole back into a larger piece. So I'm in the process of getting my whole body done. So it's going to take a few years, but I'm more than willing to wait. I've gone a bit more towards the Polynesian design, more black and gray shading. Not really into color. It's a bit too flashy for me. And also henna design. Henna in itself is its own art form, and it's applied in a paste and it stains the skin for a few weeks.
You put it on the skin as a paste, and as it dries, it stains the top 2 layers of your skin. And it, average is going to be around a week or 2. It'll leave the design behind. On some people, it'll last up to 5 or 6 weeks. It really varies quite a bit.
I think getting a massage at Scarab also signifies the comfort level, because they offer comfort as it's a service, you know what I mean? It's a full body service here at Scarab. You can get your muscles worked on, you can get your skin worked on. It was a no-brainer to get massage here pretty much, because if I've already let him, let his work show through on my skin and for tattoos and for piercings, why not for a massage? And he is pretty good.
I went to massage school right here in Onondaga, the Onondaga School of Massage Therapy. Graduated salutatorian and got a couple awards for papers that I wrote and things like that. Being a body piercer and learning about anatomy and physiology and how wounds heal and all the classes I took on that, it really just started lending itself to all the science classes I had to take as a massage therapist.
I have my septum pierced, and I have a microdermal above, on my lower back. John's an awesome piercer, definitely. He's the only piercer I'd go to in Syracuse.
I have my ears stretched to 13/16, and I have an extensive jewelry collection as far as, matching outfits, and what every girl does with shoes, I do with plugs. I have my septum pierced, which you can't see right now, but I can put it up or put it down when I want to. I have a microdermal on my chest and my nipples pierced. My friends and my family seem to ask, well, why would you get something that big or that serious, or what are you gonna do when you want your ears to close up? I'm like, why would I want them to go away? It's not, it's not even a question in my mind. It's like, I want my ears stretched, and I plan on going bigger. And as far as the tattoos go, the majority of my back is already started. It's nowhere near done. I'm gonna keep on going, and they just keep asking, why would you want something that big? And then a week from then, they're looking at my back, and they're looking at their, tattoo they got when they were 19 and drunk somewhere, and they're like, you know what, I think I do like it. It's bigger, it's a bit more serious, but you're taking it more seriously than, it's not on a whim, it's a decision.
It's basically creating a design on your skin, just like you would with a tattoo, but instead of injecting a foreign substance like the ink, you're using your body to create the design. But you're basically creating a scar, which is gonna leave a design behind. And the most common is like branding. Cutting is another form of it. And the reason that people will choose that over the branding is you can actually get a lot more detail. So you have a lot more control over the final design. It doesn't have to be quite as simple. I've been doing this since, I've been in the industry since 1998 or something now. The passion that I had when I first started is still there, and we're still expanding. And once people come in here, they're going to see the difference, and that's really the main thing. Once they walk in, you can see the difference between our studio and another studio almost immediately.
A lot of other places in Syracuse don't really offer the same environment that Scarab does. It's very laid back here. It's a nice, welcoming environment, and they definitely want you to leave happy.
I would definitely, recommend anyone to come here, because, I trust John.
I love coming to Scarab. I wouldn't suggest going anywhere else in Syracuse. I've been to other studios in Syracuse, and I just don't get the same personal feeling.
And then once you start talking to us, and you realize it's a completely different process, and you're going to be much happier in the end.